Shalom Yasharala. Want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutations to y'all came out there pushing this word in sincerity and truth, man. Dylan G, with all fear and trembling, man. Back at it again. Want to put out this word more. Jump into some things, man. Got some stuff written down. I want to talk about people's ways. The peons out here, the 2/3 people out here thinking that they control what they do, control where they go. You know, they think they got everything in their hands, and that the Lord is playing no part in it, and that's false. So I'm gonna jump right into it, man, and pull out some scriptures, man. You know, make it real quick and to the point. But I'm going to start out at Job 34:21. It says, "For his eyes are upon the ways of man. He seeth all his goings." So the Lord knows what you're doing, where you're going, and what you're about to do before you even thinking and stuff like that, man. He knows all and sees all. His eyes are brighter, 10 times brighter than the sun, man. I mean, he sees everything. So you can't do nothing without him seeing it. He knows what you're going to do. All right? You don't have no control over anything. You know, a lot of you people wake up and you think it's that alarm waking you up. And that's the Lord allowing you to hear that alarm and wake your ass up. So ultimately, nobody's giving credit to the Lord. The Lord gets no credit for nothing unless they in trouble. Then they want to call on him and if he delivers them out of whatever they going through, then they want to, thank you Jesus, and you know, but that's all BS, man. You know, so the Lord gets no credit for the things that he does on a daily basis, man. Everybody thinks they can they're just doing what they want to do, and what are some of them saying? Life is what you make it and stuff like you don't have no control of that, man. You know? So I'm gonna jump over this. I'm gonna read it again. It says, "For his eyes are upon the ways of man, he seeth all his goings." Alright? So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna jump over to Proverbs 20 and 24. And it says, "Man's goings are of the Most High. How can a man then understand his own way?" And that's the point. You can't understand your own way because your goings is of the Lord. The Lord guides your footsteps. He puts you in the places that he wants to put you in. So a lot of the time the Lord could have your ass walk by the brothers out there preaching the word, and you hear a little bit of word, and you can't say you didn't hear it or you didn't know or something like that. The Lord had you pass by, maybe to listen for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, to mark your ass, you know what I'm saying, or Lord willing, you come into the fold and turn back from your wicked ways and follow law, statutes, and commandments and know that you're an Israelite again. See what I'm saying? And I'm talking to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, all right, because that's who this thing is for, you know, the Israelites. The children of the Most High, okay? The children of Israel, okay? So you don't understand your own way. You think, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord could fuck that plan up. Are you thinking you got it like that? The Lord will fuck that plan. I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do that. That's why the scriptures say Lord willing. That's why you put Lord willing everything. You ask somebody what they gonna do 10 years from now. Shoot, man, I'm gonna have this and I'm gonna have that and make sure. Lord willing, you do. You know what I'm saying? You know, Lord willing, we get the fuck out of here ASAP quick, because that's what the brothers is on right now. Lord willing, because that's what we want. So we pushing this truth. So Lord willing, he come back ASAP quick, man. We don't want to be here no more. This is not our kingdom, and that's what's wrong with these people. How they thinking that their goings is of their own heart. It's not. It's of the Lord's. So the Lord's gonna have you being a 2/3 nigga, you know, out here, or he can have you come back into your nationality, you know, And Lord willing, you do. And that's what that's what the brothers is out here trying to push his word for the hopeful elect, man. You know? So man's goings are of the Most High. How can a man then understand his own way? So you don't understand your own way, man. All right? You got to get that through your head. You're not going to understand your own way when you thinking, I'm going to get this job and I'm going to do this. No, you're not understanding your own way. The Lord controls everything, you know. In a sense, he's the, what do you call it, the puppeteer, or, you know, he got the string and he's directing you wherever he wants you to go. All right? Same shit that Esau tried to do. You know what I'm saying? He tries to control everybody and shit. All right? Now let's go into Proverbs 16, and I'm going to start at 1, but then I'm going to jump around. Okay, Proverbs 16:1, it says, the preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Most High. Okay, so the preparations of the heart in man, let's see if that word heart is the mind. Let's get the definition of that in the Hebrew. So it says inner man, mind, will, heart, understanding. So it's talking about his mind, okay? Just to clarify that up. So let's read it again. The preparations of the heart, meaning his mind, in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. So it's from the Most High. So even when you answering each other, when the brothers is out here in the spirit and they're preaching, it's not of us, but of the Lord. Hold on, let me get another. That's in Matthew too, I believe too. Let me get that real quick. Yeah, right here, Matthew 10:20. It says, For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. So it's not even us that's speaking, you know. Okay? When that Spirit is in you, it's the Lord giving you what you need to say. You see what I'm saying? Like when you on that spiritual level, and he's gonna give you the scriptures to give to the people, man. So you can either edify or you cut. All right. So I'm gonna read it again. Proverbs 16:1. The preparations of the heart, meaning his mind, in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Most High. Okay. Verse 2. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Most High weigheth the spirit. All right. So he may think he clean in his own eyes, but he's not clean. But the Lord weigheth the spirit. The Lord know, like, nigga, you doing wicked or you not. You know what I'm saying? You may think you on the righteous path, but you not. You being wicked out here. And that's a lot of these people that what they think. Well, what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? They may not, you know what I'm saying? They may not be committing adultery. They may not be smoking. You know what I'm saying? There may be something, you eating defiled food. You still may be on pork. You know? And that may be the one thing that you don't want to drop. And you 2/3 nigga for it. You know what I'm saying? So you may be cleaning your own eyes, but it's more to it than the simple things. Like people don't want to go fully and follow the Lord. You know they be half-ass doing stuff, man. And you can't half-ass being this truth. You know, the Lord said you can't be hot or cold. He said ain't no lukewarm in this. You need to pick a side, bro. Straight up. All right, I'm going to read it again. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Most High weigheth the spirits. Okay. Verse 3, Proverbs 16:3. Commit thy works unto the Most High, and thy thoughts shall be established. So when you commit unto the Lord by doing this work, your thoughts shall be established. Like, man, he's gonna be dwelling inside you, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting everything what you need to say, like we just read in Matthew's. Getting what you need to say, directing your path. Everything is gonna be prepared. You just gonna be spitting it out through the Spirit, man. Okay. Now I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna skip down to 6. Proverbs 16:6. It says, by mercy and truth iniquity is purged, and by fear of the Most High men depart from evil. So that's what the brothers in the know have done, because they fear the Lord. They depart from evil. You know what I'm saying? And Lord willing, you stay on that righteous path. You know, you mess up. You know what I'm saying? But you want the Lord to keep that spirit on you, to not fall back into the BS that you was doing. You know, like it says, a dog returning to his vomit, so does a fool to his folly. Okay, so you don't want to return to that bullshit you was doing. Verse 7, it says, when a man's ways please the Most High, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. All right. Now, verse 8, Proverbs 16:8. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. Okay. So basically saying it's better for you to have, you know, a little of what you need, like it says in the prayer, give us this day our daily bread. You only need your daily bread to get you to the next day. That's why you pray for your daily bread. That's all you need, just to get to the next day. You don't need all this other bullshit that, you know, everybody has out here, man. You know, and that's what's wrong with people, because they're trying to that yellow spirit. You only live once, you know, trying to ball out. You know what I'm saying, and live like these heathens, these Edomites, you know what I'm saying, or these 2/3 niggas up there that didn't sold their soul, trying to live like them, man, and they're not. In the end, it's death. In the end, it's death for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's better for you to have little than you to have all this great revenue. You know what I'm saying? But to be on the left hand side, you don't want to be on the left hand side. You want to be on the right hand side, man. That's simple. Let me get a scripture for that too. And in Ecclesiasticus. Let me read it real quick. Ecclesiasticus 38:24. It says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. Okay? So opportunity of leisure, going back to the word lier, which means to read. So the wisdom of a learned man cometh by the opportunity of reading, basically. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people out here ain't reading. You know what I'm saying? They're not seeking the Lord's face. And how do you seek the Lord's face? You gotta read the word, man. You know what I'm saying? And most importantly, you gotta be taught. A lot of people try to get up into this word and you haven't been taught. That's why we give double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS, and I came on down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, me, I'm not boasting like, oh, like I just been in the truth, but you know, the water Yahweh Shem Yahushai for those men that he set up so we can learn from him. You understand? So it says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. He that hath little business shall become wise. So back to what it was saying in Proverbs. It's saying better is little with righteousness than great revenues without right. Right here it's saying he that hath little business shall become wise. So you don't want to put yourself in everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I found myself doing like jobs or something like that. Niggas having 2 jobs and shit, or you a part of everything, man. Like you constantly in something, or you constantly doing something where you not even reading, you not studying, man. And that's the point. You know, you want to keep pushing forward with this truth, man, and seeking your own salvation. You know, I found myself with that at my last job. I got fired, man, and now I'm starting back all over. So, but as I was taking that job, I was like, man, I need to have little business, man. I didn't like the fact that I had that job because it was a lot of things that I had to do. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I was still able to read. But I didn't like the fact that I was on that level. You know, so having little business, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these jakes out here can't handle that. They don't trying to ball and get the money, and you know, trying to be somebody in this world. That's nothing. We are nothing, man. We are nothing without the Lord. So when you think you are somebody and you like, shoot, I only live once, and life is what you make it, and you know, I gotta, man, it's bullshit, man. At the end of the day, it's all bullshit, and it's only gonna lead to your death, man, to your destruction, and you're gonna be destroyed with the heathens, man. You know, talking to you Israelites, man. So he that have little business shall become wise, you know. So let me go back to Proverbs. That was 16:8. I'll read it again. 16:8. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. All right, verse 9. A man's heart deviseth his way. So let's get that word heart. Let's see if it's saying mind again. It got something different. It got something different here. To think, plain, esteem, calculate, invent, make a judgment, imagine, count. Talking about the mind. But it still goes back to the mind. To think, where you think, it's from your mind. So, let me read it again. A man's heart, Proverbs 16:9. A man's heart, meaning his mind, deviseth his way. So your own mind is playing them tricks on you. You know, like that song says. My mom was playing tricks on me. I can't remember how it goes, but that's what happens, man. Your mind will have you into something that you don't need to be in, man. You know, when you letting that the left hand side take over, man, and you ain't standing in the spirit. But it says a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Most High directed his steps. So he's gonna lead you where he wants to lead you. You don't have no control in it. That may be hard for some of you Israelites to believe, man. Like, oh, I ain't doing this, or this. I did that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I did that for me. You know what I'm saying? Or I did that for my family. You know what I'm saying? I got that job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all wickedness, man. The Lord directed his steps, okay? And that's what you got to understand. And whether you like it, accept it, believe it or not, that's just what it is, man. You know? So let's get into the next script. 1 Samuel 2:6. It says, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So in this whole ordeal, the Lord guiding your steps. Your mind's playing tricks on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does everything and he gets no credit for it. You know what I'm saying? He killing people. People are like, well, why the Lord do this? Well, the Lord killed this nigga because he was a wicked ass nigga, man. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? He maketh alive like he did with the little girl, like the elder likes to bring out. You know what I'm saying? When he told him that the little girl was just sleeping and them niggas didn't believe him, so he casted him out, and she woke up. You know what I'm saying? So he maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up, man. So the Lord do those things, man. He got the power to do it, so he does it. All right. Verse 7. The Lord maketh poor, maketh rich. He bringeth low and lift it up. So when you niggas think that you fucking balling on your own account, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? You niggas selling them drugs and shit like that, and you think you're doing like, oh, I'm doing this, man. The Lord just ain't allowed you to get caught yet, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Dumb niggas. Niggas is dumb that you think that is a righteous way, and you feed and you selling that bullshit to your own people, man. These goddamn heathens and bring this shit into our people, then gave it to our people. Our people turned into fucking fiends, and then now you niggas is selling it back to our people, man. That shit is ridiculous, man. And you niggas just think you cool. All right, the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lift it up. So he make the poor. He make the poor. Right now we in a poor state. This is not our kingdom. See, and that's the whole point of this thing, man. Of you trying to ball and think that you guide your own steps. No, the Lord, he's trying to put you in a humble, in a more lower state. Humble yourself, because this is not our kingdom. We are here serving a curse because of our ancestors. All right, that's what we're here for. We're not here to ball it up. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says, "Labor not to be rich." All right. It also says, riches are not comely for a niggard, man. All right, so we're not meant to have it. We're here to serve this curse. All right. Verse 8, 1 Samuel 2:8. He raises up the poor out of the dust. See, and that's what's gonna happen with us, man. He gonna raise us up when we yank Esau out of the fucking kingdom, out of this kingdom that he got, man. We gonna yank this motherfucker out according to Ezra. Okay. And lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are of the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them. All right, so he's constantly telling you that everything he does is of the Lord. And because this is, I did that. The pillars is of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He gonna bring the poor to be sitting with the princes, man. Like, however he conducts it, whatever he does, it's of the Lord. All right. Verse 9, he will keep the feet of his saints. All right. And who's the saints? Well, let me pull that scripture out real quick too. He will keep the feet of his saints. Because everybody think everyone is a saint, and everyone is not a saint. Okay. Where can I start? Okay, Psalms verse 14. Psalms 148 and 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints. Okay. And it said his people. All right. His people. He didn't say everybody. He said his people. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel. So the saints are the Israelites. A people near unto him, praise ye the Lord. So yeah, praise ye the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You should be happy that you an Israelite, man. Straight up. So the saints are the Israelites, man. So let me jump back to Samuel. It says, 1 Samuel 2 and 9, he will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. All right. Verse 10, 1 Samuel 2 and 10. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces. And that's what we're waiting for too. The adversaries, meaning your enemies, man. And who's our top enemy, man? Esau, the so-called white man. You can get that in Deuteronomy 28:68, telling us about how he brought us over here on them damn ships, and we were sold to our enemies. All right. So the adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Lord shall judge the ends of the earth. He shall give strength unto his king, and exalt the horn of his anointed. Okay, so he gonna exalt the horn, that strength. He gonna give him that strength back and exalt him up of his anointed, man. And that's the point. We in this lower state, and he's gonna exalt us and put us back where we supposed to be, man. The only reason we in this lower state, we serving that curse because we went off. Wasn't following the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to exalt the horn of his anointed, okay? And that's what's wrong with you people, man. You niggas don't be listening, man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is out here sounding the horn. You know what I'm saying? We piping and you ain't dancing. You ain't listening to the word, man. You don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because you think you can control your own goings. You know what I'm saying? You don't have time for it. Or I heard niggas say, oh, I'll do that. I'll read that later, or not even that. Like, what the fuck do these niggas be saying? I'll pick up the Bible when I'm fucking 30 or some shit like that, or you know what I'm saying? You know, probably some years later. You know what I'm saying? But niggas like to tell you how much they know. Oh, I know. You know. Oh, I know. Like, nigga, no, you don't. You don't know. It's because of that pride is in you, and somebody's trying to tell you something. That pride kicks in, and you want to tell somebody what you know instead of humbling yourself up. And that's the point, man. We need to humble up. You know what I'm saying? Sounding that horn. And you people ain't dancing from us piping, man. You know. Let me get one more scripture before I go, and that's in Ezekiel 33. I'm gonna start at 1. Ezekiel 33:1, it says, again the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, okay, and say unto them, and he's talking about the Israelites, all right, thy people. When I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman. So he's saying you're going to take that man and he's going to watch. All right. He's on that tower and he's watching. Verse 3. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. And that's that horn. You know what I'm saying? We blowing that trumpet and you niggas ain't listening. All right. Verse 4. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, all right, listen, taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. So if they ain't listening, shoot, the blood is on them. All right, the blood is upon his own head. Verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. So that's the deal with the brothers out there on the highways and byways pushing the truth. The same for the brothers that's making videos on the web, and that's the biggest thing right now. YouTube, you can get on there. It's tons of videos, man. You know what I'm saying? Tons of videos of brothers bringing out this word. But he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, and that's what goes on with these niggas on a day-to-day basis, man. You trying to tell somebody something and but they ain't listening, man. It's going in one ear and out the other. All right. It says, his blood shall be upon him. He that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. So the person who's listening, so the brothers who's out there taking heed to what the other brothers is saying, you know what I'm saying? You delivering your own soul. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, you're trying to seek out your own salvation. Because why? Like it read in what was it, Proverbs? Proverbs 16:6. It says, by mercy and truth iniquity is purged, and by the fear of the Lord men depart from evil. So because men fear the Lord, that's why they're seeking out their salvation, man. Because they're not trying to get they're not trying to die, man. And I'm not trying to die. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not trying to die on the left hand side. You know what I'm saying? Brothers die for this truth. Cause like Apostle Paul said, shoot, man, whether I die for Yahweh Shai is gain, whether I live for him is gain. Like either way, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't trying to die on the left hand side. And that's what's gonna happen to these two-thirds of our nation of Israel, man. They gonna just get murked, man, because it's already written. You know? But he that take Ezekiel 33:5, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. All right. Verse 6. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So the Lord is going to require that watchman's blood because he didn't warn the people. And that's these niggas who is not pushing this word, man. You niggas know this truth and stuff like that, and you're not doing anything to get it out to the people, man. You know, faith without works is dead. This is a faith thing. You know what I'm saying? Faith is evidence of things not seen, but things that roughly paraphrasing, things not seen, but things to hope for, man. So we hoping, you know what I'm saying, and we got faith and Yahweh Shem Yahshua that he's gonna return quick, Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, to deliver us from this wickedness, man. But to seek our own salvation, we pushing this word out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we fear the Lord, man. Okay? And ultimately, you trying to get that blood off your hands. You know? The Lord said he's going to require that watchman's blood because he didn't warn the people. He knew what was coming. He knew the destruction was coming and it was at hand, but he didn't warn the people. All right? So the Lord will require his blood. All right? Verse Ezekiel 33:7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. And that's what this is all talking about. He's talking about the house of Israel, you Israelites, man. He's made certain men watchmen unto the house of Israel, you know. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. So the Lord is telling you, go out there and push his word. He's guiding your footsteps. You got to get out there on the highways and byways, push your word. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing now, I'm making videos and things like that, man. Like we got to get this word out. The word is all over the net. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is all on the four winds of the earth because we were spread abroad. But it's a beautiful thing that on YouTube, you got Israelites everywhere, camps everywhere, brothers putting out videos everywhere. All right, and we got to warn them for the Lord, man, because we're trying to gather up the elect. The elect of who? The elect of Israel. All right, verse 8. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Verse 9. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So it just saying the same thing again. Like you need to warn. If you don't warn, then I'm gonna require your blood. If you warn him and he ain't listening, then the Lord's gonna require his blood. Okay? Verse 10. Therefore, O thou son of man, speak unto the house of Israel. Thus she speaks, saying, if our transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them, how should we then live? You ain't gonna live. All right. Verse 11. Say unto them, as I live, saith the Lord power, I have no pleasure in death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn ye from your evil ways, for why will ye die, O house of Israel? So yeah, why you want what you want to die for? You know what I'm saying? Because you a dumb nigga, man. You a dumb nigga thinking, you trying to make it in this fucking society. You know what I'm saying? You know, following that American dream and thinking you can do something in this fucking society, man. And you probably can, but on the left hand side. You know what I'm saying? You're not following the Lord, so if you want to make it somewhere in this world, you're gonna be having to do it on the left hand side. Ezekiel 33:12. Therefore the Son of Man say unto the children of thy people, the righteousness of the righteous shall not deliver him in the day of his transgression. And as for the wickedness of the wicked, he shall not fall thereby in the day that he turneth from his wickedness. Neither shall the righteous be able to live for his righteousness in the day that he sinneth. So that's simple, man. Okay. Verse 13. When I shall say to the righteous that he shall surely live, if he trusts in his own righteousness and commit iniquity, all his righteousness shall not be remembered.